Okay, first of all, a couple things. What I was proud of the young men is that we should have won the game and won by a good margin, and we did. So we took care of business there. A couple of the positives, I thought the ball really moved found the open man. I always talk about the open man's the go-to man, and the go-to man's the open man. 34 assists on 50 made field goals. Our goal is to get 60% of our field goals assisted. Ball's got to move, can't stick. Thought we really did a nice job there. Got great paint touches. Offensive rebounding, 28 offensive boards. That's a big emphasis of us as being on the offensive glass. Second and third opportunities. I thought defensively we needed to be better. Transition defense and in some of the areas and shrinking in the half court there, just kind of crowding the floor, making sure the picture's crowded. There's some things we got to clean up there. The next couple games we play, teams are going to have players 1 through 5 that are interchangeable, can make a bunch of threes. So we've got to do a great job in transition defense and with our length to make sure that we get back to build a wall and have to play against our half-court defense. So we've got to be better in transition defense. That's been a point of emphasis, but we've got to be better in that area there. However, there was a lot of positives for this evening, and always good to get a win. So, and one of our things, just want to talk about, we had multiple guys, 4 guys with double-digit rebounding. Jacob Barnaby, 10 boards, had a double-double. Howie Fleming Jr., 10 boards. Al Green, 10 boards. Walter Brown, 14 boards, 9 offensive. Love the fact that Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, who's not a natural point guard and has just started playing it based on, some of our injuries, and it's forced him and Al Green to have to play point guard. But tonight, between those two at our point guard spot, you look at it, Al Green, 8 assists, 1 turnover. And Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, 7 assists, no turnover. 15 assists, 1 turnover between our point guards is a great stat. And for those guys who have not been, that's not their natural position. So really proud of those two.
We caught a glimpse of Tyron tonight, just really impressed with his length, what he's able to do. Can you talk about what a special player he's going to be for you guys this season, and then also just the positives and the advantage you guys have this season with just these guys that are getting playing time right now?
Yeah, no, Tyron is going to be good. I think you and I talked about it on your show the other day about just what I think about his potential. And he's only scratching the surface. He will get better as the season goes on. Look, he missed, how many layups or dunks did he miss today? And we as a team missed a lot. But that is something that he's only going to get better as the year goes on. I think in the month of November, the more he plays, there's going to be ups and downs. He's going to have some mistakes. And you're probably going to have to let him play through mistakes, not effort mistakes. I'm talking just, basketball mistakes, because I think the time he gets to December, he can be just a difference maker the way he continues to improve. So really excited and enthused about him.
Coach, just you talked about your team wanting to play a relentless effort. There was multiple times tonight where there was guys diving all over the floor, no matter if you guys were up 40 points. Just can you talk about how happy you guys are with the effort tonight?
Yeah, really proud of our guys. That's just something that's just got to be the standard. Whatever our first day in the beginning part of June of our first team meeting, I laid it out and just talked about 2 key words: competitive excellence. During the recruiting process, I'm a big believer how you recruit them is how you can coach them. So I'm big about, you better be direct, honest. This is what we do, and if you don't like it, then I'm not the guy to play for. So I'm a big believer in how you recruit them is how you can coach them. And the guys know there's no gray area based on competitive excellence. That's got to be our baseline standard. In an example is Dre. Think of the first couple 30 seconds, minute in, the kid hit a 3. He had no sense of urgency on guarding that shot. He went underneath the screen, hands were down. He didn't have a hair on fire mentality, sense of urgency, desperation, life or death mentality. And you got to come out. You just got to sit your butt on the bench. And I told him, hey man, we don't do that here. And now because your lack of desperation, lack of hair on fire, sense of urgency, you allow that young man to hit a three, and that now gives him life confidence, and he starts thinking, man, the basket becomes bigger. And the reason Dre played the way he played, I think he had 31 or something, or he had, like I said, 31 with 7 assists. It wasn't because of his offense. It was because when he sat and he went back in, he guarded at a high level. He defended. And based on his defense, he was able to really play at a high level offensively. But I was proud of our guys not playing to the scoreboard and continuing to play in the full 40 minutes of our standard of competitive excellence. Look, that doesn't guarantee wins, competitive excellence. I do think there's a difference between playing hard and competing. We have to be great competitors. Again, it doesn't guarantee anything of wins, but it gives you a chance night in, night out if you're a great competitor with great competitive excellence, and that's what we've got to be. But I was proud of Dre and how he responded from that lack of effort defensively. He went back in and really guarded at a high level, and because of his defense, he was able to score at a high level and played high-level offensive basketball.
Speaking of Dre in that defensive end, I mean, he had 3+ steals or blocks, excuse me. But you take a look at the defense as a whole, they caused over 20+ turnovers. That defensive effort, even when you guys are up so big, just talk about how important that is to you establishing this culture as the Running Rebels head coach.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's everything. I mean, we talk about getting 7 3-stops throughout the course of the game. I think we ended up with 10 today. I mean, that's got to be a standard of ours. We got to try to get 7. 7's the goal. And if we don't get 7, it's a hard game. And, you're not always going to get 7, but we're striving to get 7 3-stops in a row throughout the course of the game. But we've got to have a defensive mindset. We got to hang our hat on the defensive end. We've got to have a defensive, just a mentality. And from there, we can then go to the second part of it, which is on the offensive side. But so we've got to be better in some areas defensively. Again, maybe the naked eye doesn't see, but I was seeing there are some things that we got to clean up defensively. Starts in transition defense. We got to be better in some areas there. Shrinking the floor, being crowded, starting in and then moving out. There was a few times where we were out, in, out. And that's a recipe for disaster. The best help you can give is being in the right position. And there's a few times we weren't in the right position. The crowd and the picture wasn't crowded for the ball handler. So we got to clean some things up. But that being said, our whole deal, focus, mentality, program, culture is defense, defense, defense. I mean, we do that all the time, every day.
What do you think of your offense transition in terms of getting the ball out quick and good passing?
Well, I thought we were I get it. I'm one thing everyone know about me. I'm a very transparent guy. I'm not into playing any mind games. I'll tell it like it is. So I understand maybe it wasn't Mountain West Conference competition, but I did thought we played like the Runnin Rebels. I thought we ran well tonight. We got the ball moved. I think take out the opponent. Our numbers said what they said. I thought we did a nice job in the way we shared the ball. I mean, you look at it, as I mentioned, 34 assists on 50 made field goals. You look at 26 points in the fast break. So I thought we played as we ran, and the ball moved and it didn't stick. It was 0.5 mentality. And again, I get it. It's not Mountain West Conference competition. But I thought based on what we needed to do, we made a good step from our Washington game on how maybe there were some things offensive I wasn't as happy about to this game. And again, I get it. Competition's different, but we improved and got better in some areas there. And part of it was our starts. We had better starts too. And that's part of it's the pace deal as well.
I thought veterans Fleming and Green looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident.
Yeah, and again, you got to remember, we've practiced for so long. It's hard sometimes to tell when you're going against each other for so long. I really hope the NCAA changes the rule that you can have four exhibition games or scrimmages, just like the NBA. I mean, we practice for so long and only get 2 opportunities. I wish we had a few more before we counted a regular season game. So we just needed some more play against somebody else to work some kinks out and to see things that we were doing well and some other areas that we weren't doing well so we could clean that up. I thought Al, again, talking about his point guard play, number one. I mean, he ended up with 8 assists, 1 turnover, and he's not a natural point guard. I thought he did a nice job on that. And he's a really good shooter. You look at his career three-point shooting; he's over 40% three-point shooter. He had a couple great looks. He missed some, but he ended up 2 for 6. He's a better shooter than his numbers showed tonight. But he's a high level character guy, and he's going to continue to get better. And he's an older guy, as you mentioned. Howie Fleming's just a tough, hard-nosed dude. 10 boards. He understands the toughness mentality that we need to play with, and got a little foul trouble early in the first half, but overall had a good game.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.